A very good afternoon to everyone. Honorable Dr. Suresh Jange and my dear allies friends. On behalf of MIT Academy of Engineering Alandi Pune, I extend a very warm welcome to you all in today's webinar on NAAC Best Practices in Affiliated Autonomous College Libraries. I am very pleased to be here today for the opening of this webinar. MITU is organizing a series of online lectures with the aim to enhance the knowledge and skill of the library professional by conducting webinars. Today, we are going to conduct 7th lecture of this series, and we have amongst us Dr. Suresh Jange. Before proceeding the session, I would like to introduce our today's guest, Honorable Dr. Suresh Jange. Dr. Suresh Jange is an eminent person himself, and there is no need for any introduction, but it is my honor to introduce him. Dr. Suresh Jange, a university librarian working in Virtual Learning Resource Center and Digital Library, Gulbarga University, Karnataka. He was awarded gold medals in BLIS and MLIS and obtained PhD in 2004. He passed the UGC NET GRF exam, ECDL certification, British Computer Society, Chartered Institute for IT, United Kingdom. He is the coordinator for InfluNet Center for eShow Sindhu and Shodh Ganga projects and Question Point Ask Librarian Service from USA OCLC. He is also coordinator for plagiarism checking, Digital Library of India and NEC coordinator of university. He has completed major research project funded by UGC on development of e-content on traditional knowledge and folk wisdom of Hyderabad, Karnataka region in 2012, coordinator for digital knowledge project connecting 1000 Gram Panchayat libraries in Hyderabad, Karnataka region in 2015-16. And he also completed project on open air green library and RFID technology in 2019-20. He received two prestigious international fellowship. First one is IFLA ALP Fellowship 2007 to represent our country and visited Victoria University, New Zealand and Australia. Second fellowship is Commonwealth Professional Fellowship for 2013, working at the University of East London, United Kingdom. At present, he is a council member of Indian Library Association, president of Karnataka University Librarians Association, and president of Hyderabad Karnataka Librarians Association. And Government of Karnataka nominated as a member of state level book selection committee. I very warm welcome you, sir, and I am so glad that you are with us today. Now, before proceeding with the presentation of Dr. Suresh, I request all the participants that if you have any question, please raise your hand after the session ends. We will unmute you one by one. However, you can also put your question in the chat. I request all the participants to only put your question in the chat. No other messages. I request Dr. Suresh to proceed with the presentation. Thank you, Dr. Suresh.
Yeah, thank you very much, madam. Very good evening to all of you. Respected dynamic librarian, Ms. Vandana Kandelewal, all the library staff, technical staff, teaching and non-teaching fraternity of MIT Pune, and my dear participants and my dear friends who have joined this Nobel webinar. At the outset, let me congratulate MIT Pune for setting up a new benchmark in the history of engineering colleges by organizing a series of webinars in this specialized with a specialized content of a greater relevance of today's arena. I feel very proud to be a part of this noble webinar. Today, I have been entrusted with responsibility to deliver a talk on NAAC, the best practices in affiliated and autonomous colleges. And my outline of presentation would be on universalization of librarianship. This is because we are not confined to one discipline. In fact, we deal with the entire gamut of knowledge. So that we will see the thing. And next is what is the conceptual overview of an act. That also we will be dealing in a bit. And more importantly, the NAAC assessment, the methodology that has been adopted, if at all we are going for a re-accreditation. So that methodology we would like to see in the other slides. And we'll touch upon the annual quality assurance report, which needs to be submitted every year, and what are all the mandatory fields are available, and concentrate more on our criteria for that to 4.2, wherein we deal with the library as a learning resource center. And after that, we will also see the different criteria wherein the library element is involved, and then followed by the best practices that a librarian can do for his or her college that we would like to see. Then the most important is how to face the NAAC peer team that we will see, particularly see how what should be our personality development and what should be the documentation required during the NAAC, and how we have to make a presentation, what should be the content, and what are all the normal questions that a NAAC team will ask to the librarian, how we need to prepare for that. And ultimately, it's a librarian who is a one-man army for better visibility that we will see one by one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, assessment and accreditation has been the order of the day, and assessment and accreditation, especially through this NAAC, that is National Assessment and Accreditation Council, is a mandatory on the part of higher educational institutions in the country to undergo this NAAC process. The question arises as to why this concept of assessment and accreditation has become more relevant. This is mainly because of the fact that whenever there is a demand for, whenever there is a growth of higher educational institutions in the country, there is always a concern for a quality. Maybe because of this, there are so many national agencies which have come forward for assessment and accreditation, especially NAAC or NIRS or a National Board of Accreditation or ISO 9001. Okay, there are the other national agencies which have come forward only with a motto to ensure quality and excellence in the higher educational institutions, especially maybe it's a college, maybe it's a central university or a state university or a deemed university or a private university or any institution of higher education institution. This sort of an assessment and accreditation becomes very much relevant and essential. Just to look at just the background about the NAAC, as you are all well aware that NAAC is established in 1994 as an autonomous institution of University Grant Commission in making quality assurance as an integral part of functioning of the higher education system. You see, the NAAC it mainly strives, it mainly strives to provide and stimulate the academic environment for promotion of a quality in teaching, learning, and research. In fact, this NAAC, after the emergence of NAAC only, the importance of librarians have come to the core. Before NAAC and after NAAC, if you see, after NAAC, probably I do have the opinion that there has been a lot of importance to the college librarian and the university librarian, especially during the NAAC, and we got a more stimulus because of this NAAC. And here, it is needless to mention here that whether before 1994, when the NAAC has emerged, when the NAAC was not there, whether are we able to do any sort of an assessment and accreditation? Yes, we were. The librarians have been evaluating the activities, the library activities and services, especially in the light of the five laws of library science, which has been enunciated by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. In fact, these five laws are a basic guide for a library professional to evaluate our library system. And now, if the NAAC has come, there are a lot of parameters have been involved in it. And now, let us see what are all those parameters. And more specifically, let us have a look at the NAAC assessment with respect to what are all the technical modalities are involved, what are all the methodologies that we need to follow, and what are all the technicalities are available in this NAAC, if at all a college or a university wishes to go for a NAAC process. And now, probably, a librarian will say, why librarians should be aware of all these NAAC and NAAC assessment procedures? In what way we are connected? Let us only concentrate on our parameter and wind up. No, that is not a librarianship. You see, librarianship is a multidisciplinary nature. We deal with the entire gamut of a knowledge. We are not confined to a particular subject. That's why it is said we are all teachers of teachers, isn't it? For that, if you say we don't require the procedures to be followed for an act, try to concentrate only on our library criteria is not advisable. And because it's a central facility which plays an important role in each and every facet of the higher education system, whether you are working in the university or a college. Okay, that we need to understand. The reason more specifically as to why we need to learn each and every aspect of a NAAC process can be understood from the fact that this is one of the PhD doctoral thesis carried out by Nirmala Chagiteri. It reports that nearly 50%, nearly half of the government college librarians are occupying the post of a NAAC coordinator. See the funda, see the skill and ability of a librarian. They are now handling as a NAAC coordinator. Not only NAAC coordinator, they are also handling as a working as a IKBC coordinator, IT coordinator, NSS coordinator. See what not? Because we have that stuff, we have that skill. Okay, this is very unique because we are not confined to one subject. This is required for each and every subject matter. For that, we the librarians, because we are playing an important role as an IQC coordinator or an NAAC coordinator, we need to understand. And very recently, Dr. Dattaraya Kalbande from Mumbai, he also now has been given a responsibility to act as an IQC coordinator. Means all this is a good credit for all the librarians, and we feel very proud of it. Okay, now, see, what is this actually? Here, see, when we talk about the NAAC assessment methodology under this the revised accreditation for framework, see, we need to know that here, especially under the new revised accreditation framework, there has been a lot of changes, lot of improvement. Means in the sense, everything has become online only. Okay, so totally there is an online submission for a total online submission, and under this revised accreditation framework, there has been tremendous changes in the accreditation process of NAAC. Whenever you are applying for a NAAC, especially for this so maybe a second or a third or a fourth cycle, here there are three important components are involved in it. One is the self-study report. The second is a student satisfaction survey, and third is a peer team report. Here, what is the self-study report? See, the self-study report comprises of executive summary, profile, extended profile, quality indicator framework, and executive report of all the departments available in the college and data templates. So these we need to prepare very meticulously. Okay. Then the second is the student satisfaction survey. Here, what happens? Around 20 plus 1 means 21 questions will be sent. Means these questions will be sent by the NAAC team from the NAAC to the our students. Okay, to their respective email. And here we need to ensure that, especially for the degree colleges, minimum there should be around at least 10% of the total population, or minimum of 100 respondents should respond to the NAAC. Then only you become eligible. If at least 100 students or 10% of the student total population of the students, if they don't respond, then your NAAC process becomes a waste. Again, you have to reapply. And in case for universities, there is a minimum of 500 response is expected by NAAC from the students, or 10% of the total student population, whichever is less. Okay. And here, based upon that, so there are institutional grading is there. And before going to the institutional grading, if we know all the institutions intending to apply for assessment and accreditation by NAAC, okay, whether it is on second, third, or a fourth cycle, they need to register and upload the data on All India Higher Education Survey. This is very important, because if you don't submit your data on All India Higher Education Survey, then it becomes difficult for registration. Because once if you register under this AISHE code, that code should be used for a registration on the NAAC process. Okay. Here, whenever you are going for any NAAC process, okay, under such scale, suppose say you are applying for a NAAC now, then what is the first thing you need to do is, suppose say your NAAC, you are due for a NAAC maybe 2021, January 2021, means 6 months before only you should start the activity. Okay, so before 6 months, the first thing you need to do it for a college is, you have to submit a institutional information for quality assessment, that is a IIQA. So that IIQA has to be submitted by the college or a university before the 6 months of a validity period, and that too by paying rupees 25,000 plus GST. Okay. So once if you submit that institutional information for a quality assessment pro forma, then once if it is approved, then within 45 days, you have to submit and upload your self-study report, that is SSR. For that, you have to pay around 1,25,000 plus GST for colleges, and whereas for a university, you have to pay around 7.5 lakh. Okay. See, the more important here, we need to understand that this SSR report, that is nothing but a self-study report, comprised of qualitative metrics and a quantitative metrics. See, qualitative metrics is only a 30%, whereas the quantitative metrics is a 70%. Means when we upload our data by submitting and uploading our SSR, so automatically there is a computer generated marks will be there.
Sir,
So
can I
that will,
interrupt you?
yeah.
Sir, can I interrupt you? Sir, please,
Yeah.
change your PPT, sir, please.
Yeah. No, actually, I have to, that PPT is not there. Just it's only general prospectus. Okay. Just
Okay,
as a
okay,
understanding. Okay. See
okay,
here, see
okay.
what happens. We 70% of the thing is automatically generated by the computer system of a NAC as and when you submit online. Means 70% of the evaluation is done already, right? So when 70 means, in that 70% of the evaluation, you should get at least 25% of the marks. Then only you become eligible. Otherwise, if your scoring, automatic scoring is less than 25%, then you have to reapply again. So that we need to take a special care. And only for the 30% of the qualitative accreditation, so the peer team will visit and make a physical evaluation for your qualitative metrics. See, this is the important aspect. And see, based upon that only, these institutional grades and accreditation status which I have displayed, see, this grading will be given by the NAAC. Okay. See, so here the A plus plus, different grades are available. Okay, depending upon your scoring. Here It all depends, like the performance, how you do it. For that, how a library should perform, how a university or a college as a whole should perform, that we will see. See, for a calculation of this CGPA, that is nothing but a institutional cumulative grade point average. So this will be calculated by giving a scoring from 0 to 4. 0, 1, suppose for any library activity, say remote access, they will give the scoring as 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if it is a higher, if you got higher means you will get a more marks. It is just like a Likert scale that we use it. Okay, in that way, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that mark, that scoring, 0 is less, 4 is the highest. For your any of the activity, if they give 4 means 100%. So that is how this cumulative grading will be carried out by the NAAC. So that is the institutional grades. Okay. Now, specifically coming to the 7 criteria, you can say these are all the 7 parameters wherein the NAAC people will evaluate the evaluate the university or a colleges. There are some when you see for a curricular aspect is the first criteria, teaching, learning, and research is the second criteria. Third is the research. Fourth is the infrastructure and learning resource where its library will be there. Fifth is the student support, and sixth governance leadership, and seventh is institutional values and best practice. So these 7 criteria comprises of 1,000 marks. And there are few changes, with respect to marks when you compare to autonomous or a degree colleges, especially the marks assigned for a teaching, learning, and evaluation will be more. But whereas a research for a colleges, there will be less mark. Why? Because for a research will be more in universities and less in colleges. That's why you can see autonomous colleges, they are given 150, and for affiliated colleges, they are given 110, 110, like that. Okay, this is how, see, these are all the 7 criteria fits into it. Okay, now, but we are all bothered about our criteria, that is 4, right? So in the 7 criteria, if you have a look at it, see, for a university, autonomous college, or just degree colleges, see, total metrics available is 115 for a university, which comprises of 7 criteria, key indicators, qualitative metrics, and quantitative metrics. And whereas for autonomous, 107 and 93 for affiliated colleges and other respectively. This is as per the latest NAAC manual, which which is available on the website in the month of December 2019. You see, if you see just just one if you see in the month of October, November 2019, there were around 135 to 140 total metrics were there. That has been considerably reduced. Now it has come to 115 for university and 93 for colleges. Means, see, there were unnecessary questions, that's why there were feedback from the librarian, from the higher education institutions, that these questions are not relevant. That's why they have removed and now come up with a very pakka matrix, that is this which you can see on the screen. Okay. Now, coming to the criteria, because we have a criteria 7, but at the moment we are not interested in going for other criteria, because what is our cup of tea? Our cup of tea is a library. हम librarian है, librarian को what we need to prepare is our concentration. You just have a look at it. See, there are total 1,000 marks are available for all the 7 criteria, and we the library fit in 4th criteria, and in that 4th criteria, that is a 4.2, and 4.1 is a physical facility, that is a 100, and that is a 30 marks, 4.2 library 20 marks, 4.3 IT 30 marks, 4.4 maintenance of a campus infrastructure 20. So out of 100 marks in this criteria 4, how much we are getting? Only 20. Means it is just a 2%. Then see, it is just 2%, means we feel, अरे यार, library इतना important है, it is a central facility, and we the librarians or a knowledge manager, we provide information support to all the students, research scholars, and the faculty, irrespective of the department. And we deal with entire gamut of knowledge. And no institute can survive without library. But for that, what is the credit? Only 20 marks. Yeah, बहुत बुरा हो गया, बहुत बुरा लगता है कि they have given only 20 marks. Don't worry, these 20 marks for the library is available, but we have to play a very important role in the other criteria. Indirectly, there are a lot of library components are available beyond 4.2 that we will see later. And for time being, see what is though in the 4.2 library as a learning resource center, what are all the questions we need to prepare for a librarian. You see, under this 4.2, it's a bit small. These questions are available. You can have a look at it. The key indicator 4.2 library as a learning resource center. So what is the first we will see how many questions are there for a library. There are only 4 questions which you need to document well. Okay, during the NAAC process. If you prepare for a 4 questions, that's a good on the part of a library, maybe from the perspective of a college or a university. Okay, these you have to prepare for only the 4 questions. 4.2.1, 2, 3, 4. That I'll see you. Okay. See, what is the first question? Library is automated using integrated library management system. Okay, we have to mention name of the software which we are using it, nature of automation, whether it is fully or partially, and what is the version we are using it, and when we started that year of automation. How much is the weightage? 4. Okay, coming to the second, see the institution has a subscription for the following e-resources. That is the electronic journals, e-Shoda Sindhu, showing a membership. Do we have it? Whether you subscribe e-books, whether we have a databases, do we have a remote access? See, there are options A, B, C, D, E. You have to mention which all you have. And you have to fill that template, which is again separate for the period of 5 years. Okay, see this, whatever the questions are there, so the data required is for a period of 5 years. So that what is the data template? Where is it? That we'll see later, right? And so the next question is average annual expenditure that we have done for a purchase of a books or e-books or a journals or e-journals or a databases during the last 5 years. We need to mention it. That is year we have to mention for the last 5 years, and how much we have spent in lakhs, that we have to mention it. And here the formula is also there, that expenditure on the purchase of a book, whatever is there, divided by 5 years. Total amount that you have spent, the summation formula, the formula indicates that total amount that you have spent on procurement of books or e-books or other databases divided by 5. So that is the average expenditure that you have done for purchasing the different types of e-resource, print and e-resources. Okay, so what is the last 4th question? It is the percentage per day usage of a library by teachers and students. Okay, means the usage part, which is very important. And how to calculate how many users have visited, means number of teachers and students using the library per day, that too for a last 1 year. Here they have asked only for the last 1 year. We don't require for the last 5 years, but we require for a 1 year. But to be on the safer side, you keep the data ready for the 5 year. But what is the formula you need to calculate? So the formula is number of teachers and students using library per day divided by total number of teachers and students in your college into 100. So that number you have to give. So these are all the 4 questions. If you see, maybe some 6 months back, there were 7 questions. There were 7 questions in the library 4.2. But now, based upon the feedback, they have reduced only to 4 questions. Okay. So now only we have to answer for the 4 questions. And we have seen the data template. Okay. So the data template, there was for the second question, there was a data template. So for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, you have to make. Means this is a Excel file which you have to prepare the expenditure involved. Whatever the columns are there, you have to fill and total expenditure, and also you have to give the link to the relevant document. Okay, if any proof is there, any online link is available, that you can give, or if any document is there to support that you have purchased it, scan it and you upload on the relevant template. This is only for a 1 year. You have to repeat for a or second year, third year, fourth year, and a fifth year. Now the question is, sir, we wanted to have a sample. See, if anybody has filled this library, in this library 4.2, just as a model. So we wanted to have a look at it. So for that, just as a sample, so one of the colleges, how they have filled these 4 questions. I'm just giving you one example here. Okay. Can you see this? The first question is libraries automated using ILMS 4.2.1. See how they have mentioned the library. It is only a sample, just for to get more acquainted with how we need to fill the data. Okay, so that's how the library is automated using computer system. The library is a member of InfluxNet. Okay, so they are giving some about library with respect to what integrated library management system. Don't write any information which is not connected to library management software. Don't say that library established in so and so, we are doing so much innovative services. That is not their botheration, because you have to be very specific when you are filling this self-study report. Means these 4 questions. So they are asking for integrated library management system. Only that particular, anything related to that you can write it. If at all you have changed the software, so to begin with, you have used Soul, then you move to Koha, then you move to eLib, then you move to other software. So those things you can mention it here. Okay, you mentioned what you have done, and here see that is one column, name of the software which they are using is eLib. Whether it is a nature of automation, whether it is fully automated or a partial, that you have to mention fully or a partial. Which version? Okay. Which year? 2015. Suppose during the last 5 years, if you have changed some 2-3 software, that you have to mention it here very clearly. Okay, this is the one question. And second, because this is a question normally our college librarians and their respective IQC coordinator used to ask. There is a question called collection of a rare book, manuscript, and special report. But fortunately, that question has been removed now. No way that no, normally colleges are worried about, yes sir, I don't have a rare manuscript or a rare material, what I need to write in this SSR. Fortunately, because of the feedback which the librarians have given to the NAAC people, they have removed this this question. This is no more available. Okay. Now, what is the second question? Does the institution have the following? E-journal, teach of the Sindhu. So, what is the response? All the four of the above. Means he has given, we are having all the things. Okay. Whatever you have to mention it. And the details of a subscription, again, you have to fill the Excel file. Okay. Year-wise, how much, what is the subscription for a e-journal, e-show the Sindhu. You have to make use of that Excel file, and that you have to upload it. That is available in the file description, view document. When they click on the view document, the 5-year data will be viewed by the NAAC people. So these are all the some things which we need to do at the background. And so 4.2.3, the third is, it is concerned to the average annual expenditure. So these are all the 5 years. How they have done it, you see. They have started 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17, and 17, 18. So they have mentioned in lakhs. Okay. This also you can make a split. You make a split with respect to how this is the one format fine. You keep the data ready, how much you have spent for a book, how much you have spent for a e-books, how much you have spent for a e-journals. That too year-wise. Because they may ask you, this is only a template that you are doing it here. So this is the third question. Fine. So the fourth question is again the usage of a data. which we need to be very careful. Now, the important thing here, see, physical things are there. You maintain exchange register, fine. Of course, you may be having the software that will tell you how many books have been issued per day, how many books have been returned per day. Okay, even you can calculate per month and per year. And also, if at all you are using an advanced technology wherein attendance will be there, means like if you are using any magnetic gate or any barcode system, when the student enter into the library, he will show his ID, automatically that will be recorded. Okay, that electronic gadget, if you are using it, you will get the statistics perfect. But what we have seen, especially the colleges where not much infrastructure is not there, so those people face a lot of problem in this particular of usage. And more, the other problem is, see, the teaching faculty are hardly coming to the library. Okay, so what happens? And during the NAAC only, the librarian will be burdened so much. He will invite the faculty to fill manually in the register. He will fill the old data that as if the teaching faculty is visiting every day. Okay, see that sort of a things happening. See why we have to give a chance for that. See, let us develop some mechanism wherein the teaching faculty should be forced to come at least once in a week. अरे यार उनको बुलाओ वीकली उनको चाय पिलाओ so that they will come and enter into the register and go if at all you are using for a manual. Of course, there are electronic gadgets out there. So somehow you have to ensure the management and the principal should make some methodology wherein the teaching faculty and students, they make optimum use of the library. And more importantly here, the usage of electronic resources, especially the NAAC people are more bothered about implement N-list consortia because they know only about N-list consortia. They will ask, okay, do we have N-list consortia? Yes, sir, we have. Okay, how many students are using? How many faculty are using? See, for that, you have to collect the log analysis. If you are the administrator, otherwise you can contact to the implement people to get the data, how many students have accessed it, how many faculty have accessed it, among different types of electronic resources, which is the more popular electronic book or electronic journal that is being utilized by my students and the faculty. See, these are all the things we need to evaluate ourselves and get all the data ready. Okay, of course there is only the formula which you have seen is the number of teachers and students using library per day divided by total number. Okay, that hardly matters. Don't worry about that. So I will tell you in the later stages, how we have to prepare. Fine. Now, see, now we feel that as a librarian, okay, I have done my master degree, I passed my net and set, I am a PhD, okay, I have so much experience. Only 20 marks के लिए इतना काम करने पड़ेगा. Okay, is it that we need to do work? No, no, no. See, I was telling you earlier also, library component, only 20 marks are there, but we can add nearly 200 marks plus in the other criteria. We can play important role in the other criteria. Directly, there is no term called library, but as a librarian, you have to substantiate your data in that criteria 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I will tell you where you have to do it. Okay. So let us go to criteria 1, where a librarian can connect, where a librarian can support information. See the curriculum aspect. The curriculum, it has to be, it needs to be revised and evaluated at regular intervals. And we, the librarian, providing a greater support to the students and the teaching faculty with a lot of our print and electronic resources. Fine. And sometimes we feel अरे curriculum means in what way connected. ये क्या बोल रहा आदमी? Curriculum हम क्या डिजाइन करते? Are we teaching? I tell you, see, librarian is acting as the academic council member. Librarian is also acting, especially in the university, and is also acting in the colleges, as ITVC or a NAAC or IT coordinator, whatsoever. Means our role in curriculum enrichment, it is a 1.3 under this criteria 1. We have to play important role. See, there, I am not aware about Maharashtra, but in government, in colleges of Karnataka, all the degree colleges are offering one optional subject as a library science. And majority of the degree students, they take library science as a optional subject. They prefer library science. Why? Because we, the librarians, are always smiling. We, the librarians, are always caring for the user community. That nature, something very new, it is available with the librarians. And that's why that optional subject is highly demanded by students of the degree colleges. See, there I think probably it might be there even in your Maharashtra also. Okay, so here our role. So we have to update our curriculum. That we need to do. Okay, and most importantly, very recently, you see the University Grants Commission. Okay, I mean during 2019 they have sent that for all people, means for all the faculty or research scholars, whoever are doing a PhD, the coursework should contain one subject called research and publication ethics. So this should be taught, theory and practice. There are how many hours that has been dealt. This is a very recent UGC guideline. This is a compulsorily each and every research scholar and the faculty who is pursuing the PhD has to undergo. And who is the right person to teach this topic? None other than a librarian. हमारा लाइब्रेरी में इतना दम है कि ये टॉपिक हम जितना अच्छा टीच कर सकते हैं, nobody can teach it because this is our cup of tea. This is our stuff. We know where to publish, what are the publication ethics, where to open access publishing, plagiarism. So whether about the Scopus, the databases like Scopus, Web of Science, Windows Citation Index, see all each and every bit of a temper of a scientific research is known to the librarians better than other professionals. So this we can say with confidence that librarians are called teachers of teachers. Okay. See, this is the one. Now, in the criteria 2, of course, there are, key indicators, there are 7 criteria are there. Here also, in the 2.3 teaching and learning process, say there is a academic and research support is one of the option, and learning management system is there, institutional repository is there, online class support is there. You tell me now whether librarian role is not there in this criteria 2. अरे यार, if you give your teaching faculty to write that self-study report in criteria 2, they will write whatever they wanted. You as a librarian, you have the power. The जो दम तुम हमारा librarian में, we can add. See, are they aware about learning management system? LMS नहीं मालूम, Moodle भी नहीं, Noodle भी नहीं. Okay, see these sort of things we can initiate for implement. There is a concept called institutional repository that can be added in the teaching and the learning process. Okay, see, institutional repository we are creating, library creating repository of all the faculty publications, a question bank, annual reports, what all we are dumping, that is only to support the teaching and the learning process, isn't it? Under the learning management system, we are putting all the lecture notes. Who is doing? Who has that capacity? We the librarian can initiate. Even though आपका कॉलेज में नहीं है, आपका यूनिवर्सिटी में नहीं है, आप बोलना पड़ेगा, सर NAAC आ रहा है, we have to go for a NAAC, हमको कुछ करना चाहिए. See, these are all the options available. If you don't say no, if you say all these options no, you will get 0. उसके लिए you have to prepare. As a librarian, you should not be shy. चुप बैठना नहीं, अरे यार हमारा लाइब्रेरी इतना है, हमारा काम कितना बेहतर करेंगे, नहीं होता. You have to be very active and dynamic. You have to show your real professionalism. You have to involve yourself with all the teaching faculty. Say that, see, these are things you need to do it. That too with a humble nature. ऐसा नहीं कि थोड़ा दिमाग करे तो हम पे हटा देंगे वो लोग. प्यार से बात करो, बताओ कि ये दम है सर, ये करना जरूरी है. देन ये प्यार से हम बहुत कुछ जीत सकते हैं. Okay, these things we can do it in criteria 2, and also student satisfaction survey. You see, not only for a questionnaire, we are all using Monkey survey, though these so many things are using. We can help. Don't leave only to the computer scientist. तो computer scientist वो करेगा. अरे यार तुम क्या करते हैं? तुम भी कुछ काम करो यार. Show your smartness. See, these under criteria 2, we can do it, right? And more importantly, this criteria 3, research, innovation, and extension. Librarian has a greater role to play among all the criteria because this carries a more marks and maximum marks are available for a research, innovation, and extension. Here, what is required? Again, see, it is asking for do you have whether your college is having any policy for a higher education, whether your college is having any policy for promotion of a research. See, these policy, of course, we have to mix up with the teaching faculty. We should also input for a plagiarism policy. If you suppose, if for a college, if you're having any plagiarism software, maybe Urkunda, any other software, see, who has to develop that policy? It's a librarian who has to develop. Because, see, the NAAC people ask for documentation of a policy. What is the policy document? Suppose, say, library is having a digital library. Fine. You have a digital library, good, very good. Then, what is the policy? Whether we need the NAAC people ask for what is the policy of your digital library, what is the policy for accessing, to whom you are giving a access, what sort of a website you are allowing the student to use it, okay, whether you are allowing the student to use unwanted sites, how are you blocking, okay, whether you charge something or free of cost. See, this is a policy document, we need to do it, isn't it? And especially for a research, there is a one column called research and statistical databases. See, for all the departments, there are subject-based software. For example, mathematics department, MATLAB is software. See, we talk about statistical databases. Indiastat.com is one of the popular statistical databases available. Not only that, maybe SPSS. SPSS, all these things, we have to say that we are having, yes, we are having it. For that, if the other people are not aware, you need to add it. And more importantly, the research publications and award. Okay, the citation databases. See, who knows other than librarian? Scopus, नहीं मालूम, हमको मालूम है ना? हम librarians को Scopus, Web of Science, Indian Citation Index, Google Scholar, and so much. See, and there is also in the 3.4.0, there is a e-content to be developed by teachers. Here, you see, you should force your faculty to upload their notes to create the e-content because there is a mark for the teachers, if the teachers upload their e-content on the Swayam or e-PG Pathashala or the NPTEL or an institutional repository, that is a mark, for that you should force your teachers, sir, contribute, you are expert in this area, kindly contribute, there is a mark for that, okay. And again, for calculating the H index or impact factor of or a university or a college productivity and computing the H index and other indexes, it is the only librarian who has to play a very important role, and that we need to do it here. And I just tell you one example. See, in the university, see, we have been using the Web of Science during the last NAAC process. What happened? We have done everything by using a Web of Science productivity. We have given H index and also given the university research output using the Web of Science only. So, but when the NAAC people have come on that day, they asked us, I don't want any H index of your faculty based upon a Google Scholar or a Web of Science. I want everything from the Scopus. अरे यार स्कोपस कहाँ से लेकर आऊं? हम इतना रिच नहीं है, हम है पुअर लोग, हमारा पास बजट कम है, स्कोपस हम नहीं ले सकते. What to do? You see, it is the library network that plays a very important role. On that day, evening, he said, so the NAAC team said, tomorrow morning, I want to see the scope of H index of all the faculty. I don't know what he will do, but I need that. So there, at that time, I try to contact a different university, my friends with a good network, because librarians are very cooperative. They help us. And not only that, there is a one free tool, you can search, on the online, when you just type Scopus author search, automatically there is a free website is there. There you can type the faculty name, then you search it. Automatically it will provide you H index, means how many publications he is having and what is the H index. That's a free one. Okay, that also we used it. So that's how we need to do and play a very important role for the third criteria, research, innovation, and extension. Fine. See, Don't tell that these are all irrelevant. These are all very relevant. I'm telling you. This is how we have to build the image. हमने तो क्या नॉर्मल क्या बोलते हैं, अरे यार हमारा जितना काम है उतना करो, और हम बोलते हैं अरे सर मैं इतना शाना हूँ, हमको कौन भी नहीं केयर करता। केयर कैसा करेंगे यार, तुम्हारा कॉर्नर में बैठ के मेरा कितना है इतना कर दो बोले तो कौन भी नहीं केयर करेगा, है ना। फिर दिस इज योर कॉलेज, दिस इज you are a part of the college, and equally you have to support. डोंट से दैट मेरा लाइब्रेरी काम इतना ही दे दो, दूसरा मैं नहीं करता बोले तो पागल बोलते है ना। सी दैट वी नीड टू डू। See, here there are so much, we have to play under this criteria. And one important, I tell you, the extension activity. Okay, extension activity. And before that, so these are all, well, free. This video lectures are available, and government of India, especially government of Karnataka, has developed the learning platform wherein all the faculty lecture notes are available in Jnananidhi and Vijay Bhava. But Vidya Mitra, so under see, I think somebody, whether you heard the lecture of our director of Influent, say they are developing a Vidya Mitra. This is a learning portal wherein all the learning course materials which are available from NPTEL or YouTube or CEC, whatever the free video lectures are available from NPTEL or other different sources, everything will be culled out and put in Vidya Mitra as a one-stop point. You need not search YouTube, you need not search for NPTEL, okay? You need not search for other video lectures. Everything is integrated in one portal called Vidya Mitra, developed by Influent. Here you will get all the learning course materials and video lectures which we can use, and give a link in our website to and promote the usage of this sort of an video lectures for the benefit of our students and faculty. Okay, and there was one option, there is another thing which probably some of the university and colleges might have done. This is called IRINS database. Okay, so this is the nothing but a mirror of your faculty. आपका faculty का दम क्या है? What is the research productivity of your faculty can be revealed by using this IRINS database, which is supported by Influent. So here what happens? See what you need to do. The faculty, say you have some 20 faculty. You collect from each faculty his email ID, his subject expertness, his mobile number, and his Google Scholar ID, his Scopus ID, his Web of Science ID, and so or feed ID. So you have to take the ID. These are all researcher IDs. You have to take it. I know that majority of faculty may not be aware about what is my Scopus ID. Maybe they are publishing a lot of articles in the Scopus. When you ask for an ID, they will not be in a position. And you, librarian, have to collect it. And there is a one Excel format. You have to prepare a profile of all the faculty and send it to Influent. They will upload and put it under this platform. This is nothing but an indicator of mirror of your faculty productivity. How many means which faculty has published more articles? What is the H index of the faculty? See, individual department wise, you can identify who is having a highest citations for my college. Okay, so all those things are available under this one. So this is very important, which the librarian has to develop and support for the criteria 3. And here there is again in the criteria 3, there is one option called 3.6, that is the extension activity. See here, see that's only one example, during my period. At that time, we have not only have a social responsibility of training or helping our students and faculty of the college. At the same time, you have to look आजू बाजू देखो थोड़ा देख के, there are gram panchayat librarians who are working differently. So this was a very big boon, wherein we have trained around 1,000 gram panchayat libraries of our region in different batches, and enable them to know how to use a smartphone. And we have developed the content which is in a regional language. If you develop in Marathi, that will be of more help, because students, they are asking for the regional language content. If you say that I am having elsewhere and will a publisher, who will use it? Nobody will use it. See, for students, they wanted batch BA, BSc, BCom. So those sort of English books were converted into a regional language in Kannada. those were given to all these Gram Panchayat libraries. This is one of the best practice, we can say, and also extension activity which carries a weight. Okay. So even now it is a COVID. What are all our contribution? Conducting webinar, चलो अच्छा हो गया. ये webinar में और कुछ क्या कर रहे हैं? That is what the library have to think of. Okay. So this is all under criteria. Of course, criteria for तो हम है king, हाँ, हम है बादशाह, क्योंकि ICT infrastructure everything we are doing it. And student support and progression is the criteria 5. See, why don't we think of having our own alumni? Alumni of see, alumni means of course college or college will do. College करते हैं. आप भी थोड़ा think करो. How can we make alumni? Because everything needs to be official. See, even if your college is registering alumni of your MIT college, there is also, it is not just a registration and a membership. The alumni should contribute to funding to your college. There only you have a scoring. Otherwise, no. I am having a alumni. I have registered my college. कुछ फायदा नहीं है. They will ask you how much money they have contributed to your college as a alumni. वो alumni है ना, हमारा college से पढ़ के बड़ा आदमी बन गया है. So what is the financial contribution they have made to your college? That you have to produce in this criteria 5. More importantly, one activity, to support the student progression, we have to develop this competitive examination skill development. See, that one part, maybe small college, आप बोलेंगे, so in a small college also, you can start a separate portion, separate room or separate collection for purely competitive examination cell. There what you can do, suppose you don't have a fund, you don't have a facility, not much technology is there. See, separate collection you develop only for a competitive examination. Yeah, SDC, clerical examination, banking, LIC, okay, IAS, KAS, UGC net, JRF, जो भी है, those collections you make it a separate. And I tell you that particular collection will be highly used as compared to the other. And that is happening even in my university library. Our collection, especially for a competitive examination cell, it is highly utilized as compared to the other areas. So that's how we need to play in important in supporting students for progression in the support in this competitive examination cell. Just for the awareness, I wanted to tell you here, nowadays, electronically, means when the portal wise, there are some websites which provide, so nothing but a smart applications are available, which the students can download. They can go to Play Store and download the app, especially for a competitive examination. And there is one commercial portal for a competitive examination that is called Copy Kitab. Copy Kitab. This is a commercial one, but they give you an option to download the app in your mobile. So you have to pay for it. And students can use, all the latest materials concerned to competitive examination, maybe clerical, banking, जो भी है. So they can use their mobile. See, that's something, very great thing you are doing it. Those things, are the best practices. So you need to do it. Okay, fine. So now, sixth is a governance, leadership, and management. Arey, bhaiya. See, we the librarian. I think the librarian, one of the area where do we lack is our leadership skills, our management skills. हमने पढ़ा है, हमारा मास्टर डिग्री में हमारा टीचर्स ने हमको पढ़ा है लाइब्रेरी मैनेजमेंट. बट द स्किल्स, प्रैक्टिकल स्किल्स, हाउ टू बी वेरी लीडर. सिर्फ बोलने से, अभी मैंने जो बात बड़े बड़े बातें वड़ा पाव खाते बोलते हैं ना, मैं बोलता हूँ, मगर प्रैक्टिकली करना भी उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. चुप बोलने से कुछ नहीं होता. चुप अभी मैं 1.5 घंटा क्लास लिए, कुछ नहीं होता. यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस. भैया तू बड़े बात करता है, तेरा यूनिवर्सिटी में, तेरा कॉलेज में क्या काम करता है, वो भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. दैट वी नीड टू डू. सी, लीडरशिप मीन्स not that you should be autocratic style. See, that is that comes by experience. As a librarian, I tell you that comes by experience. थोड़ा लोग ऐसे भी रहते हैं, if you wanted to become more smart and leader in quality, then they will not appreciate, because अरे यार वो लाइब्रेरी क्यों बीच बीच में आता है, उसका काम लाइब्रेरी में है, इधर क्यों शांत नहीं करता, बोल के हमारा प्रिंसिपल भी बोलेगा, हमारा फैकल्टी भी बोलेगा. That's why you should approach in such a way that your presence is felt and they will care for you. That's why the submissiveness, प्यार से दुनिया जीत सकती है ना, who say that attitude we need to develop, and that's how the leadership, So these are all, of course, we may not be directly contributing it. I think you can organize one leadership program like webinar you have done it. So you leadership program for librarians or leadership for our teaching faculty. That is your contribution under this criteria 6, isn't it? You have that program. I think already it has been done here. Okay, like this, there now IQVC majority of the librarians or all colleges they are preferring librarians only, especially because the librarians of younger generation, they are more skilled, they are more practical, they are all IT savvy people. That's why the younger generation of librarians can take our profession to a higher height than to other existing librarians. That's what I feel. It's a very practical also because they know each and every aspect of a technology. Technology and the librarianship both are interrelated. Both are a part of it. Okay, this is how the criteria 6 and now the criteria 7. Okay, so institutional values and the best practices. Now, I think this is what best practices, that we have to do it, that I will tell you here, right? Okay, so that's all it is. Now, see, now I have some questions here. Okay, see, especially for best practices, what we need to do is our big question here. See, I only listed some of the best practices, but don't just have a look at this. In the meantime, I'll also cover some of the other things. Okay. See, what are all the best practices that a library? Because I have prepared according to the requirements. See, let us see the what are the best practices that we can do it. Okay. So, what are the best? What is this best practice? See, the thing, especially in the library, we all say we all see, we all say that अरे ऐसा suggestion box रहने चाहिए. We have to organize a book talk. See, all these whatever I listed, everyone will say we have to do all these things. But how many of us really do practice it? कितना लोग हम प्रैक्टिस करते हैं हमको हमारा लाइब्रेरी को सब लोगों को मालूम भाई बोलने के भी जरूरी नहीं है दे ऑल नो व्हाट आर द बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस बट द क्वेश्चन और a problem is how many of us are really practicing in the library. How many of our libraries are really practicing is a bigger challenge. See, I look best practices from the perspective of a librarian separately and a library separately. Okay. See, librarian means what? So let us see. See, forget about these are all general. So just keep that in mind. So what are all the best practices for a librarian? Pahla क्योंकि first librarian and a library staff. What are the best practices for a librarian or a librarian or his or her staff? See, librarian means approach is very much important. See, when a user enters into the library, see if you are approachable, you are submissive, आपका always smiling face रहता है. See that that is one of the best practice that a library can do. Otherwise, what happens? No, I am a librarian sitting in the corner chamber. If anybody comes, then we say, hey, tell him to wait. I have some time. Or our own library staff who are in the counter. Yes, suppose if they say, sir, I'm not finding this particular book. Is it? Then okay, we will see. Tomorrow you come tomorrow. कल लाओ, वो आते नहीं आएगा. एक बार जब आएगा तो तुम प्यार से कुछ उनको बात करके करना पड़ेगा. That's a best practice. See how we can have approach. See, librarian, since we say that we are service-oriented people, we have smiling faces, that everything is that has to be practiced. Then only that becomes a best practice. We need to be, our behavior is also very important because we have been looked by so many people, especially now the librarian now drawing a UGC pay scale. दो एक एक डेढ़ डेढ़ दो दो लाख हम पैसा ले रहे ना लोगों का आंख में है वो लाइब्रेरी में क्या काम करता है बोल के है ना. So for that our approach, our skill, that we need to do it. Even our dressing, our style, everything matters a lot. More importantly, our attitude. This is for the perspective of a librarian. Okay. And see, now I know that the majority of the colleges, I know the situation of the existing degree colleges in India, and particularly in my Karnataka or Maharashtra, as I make a lot of move there. So there, what would be the best practice? So they have a less staff. That's why I said library is a one man army. You see, the colleges like MIT, you may be having a 5, 6 staff and supporting staff. Okay, and normally when you go to the other colleges, there is only one librarian, a librarian. He is a librarian, he is a peon, he is a attender, he is a sweeper. Everything is the only librarian. So, what best practice you can do it? See, if you understanding the limitations, the best part a librarian can do is how best a librarian with a passion can render effective services within the limitation of the resources. That is the important role. You don't have a computer, you don't have a technology, you don't have a supporting staff. Sure, the yaar, तुम्हारा librarian paisa है ना? You purchase one computer, laptop. Every day you take the laptop and bring and move with the laptop only. You will be called as a laptop librarian, and there only you develop. You use one small portal, okay, free website. You create a useful links. Okay, you list out all the free resources and all of the see, and also suppose question papers are there. You don't have technology. You scan in your mobile and give all the soft copy in. You keep everything in your laptop because you don't have IT infrastructure. Whenever a student come, copy them and give it to them. See, if we mind, we can do it. There is 100 reasons. There are 100 reasons to avoid the work, but there is a one good reason to do the work. This is a philosophy that we have to understand. And more importantly, one of the best practices that we can do is library interior. See, interior plays a very important role here. See, when somebody comes, enters into the library, it should be very pleasant. It should be a happening place. Okay. See, happening place means so pleasant. यार अच्छा सोफा रहना चाहिए, अच्छा बैठने के लिए चाहिए, सो एयर कंडीशन चाहिए. अगर नहीं रही तो क्या कर रहा? नहीं रहे तो भी जितना होता है उतना करो, अच्छा चेयर डालो. See, whatever is best possible. We can't say that you should do like this only. Whatever is best possible, you do it. Okay. Interior, the color combination of the wall. Wall should be how, if it is very dark, it's not pleasant here. So light color use karo. And you make proper use of signage boards. Okay. Signage, that's very important. Go to left here, right here, Xerox here, internet here, that here, this here. See, signage, by seeing that only, one you will understand, okay, so these are all the services rendered here. I have to make a move. If at all I am a doubt for plagiarism, I have to contact this person. See, this is all, the library interior and signage boards plays a very, very important role. In addition to that, see the best practices which have been listed, you need to have a suggestion box. Okay, suggestion box, it's a manual one. You can develop ask a librarian. Okay, ask me through email, contact me through chatting, contact me through mobile. Okay, see that, the suggestion box. It is not that only technology has to be done. मेरे पास टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है, मैं नहीं कर सकता. अरे भाई देख, डब्बा रखो यार, डब्बा रखो. That only you make it a suggestion box. And only thing is you have to respond whenever there is a question, whenever there is a cheat, any problem, any query is there, you have to respond properly and act immediately. Then only the students, or faculty will come next time. If you don't respond, your behavior is not that up to date, then what happens? See, your best practices will not be there. Of course, we are already doing a display of new arrivals. We are conducting a book exhibitions on different occasions. You make it as a calendar of event. You identify some 10 to 15 different occasions like Ambedkar Jayanti, Mahatma Gandhi Jayanti, Library Day. See, on these days, you have a library exhibition. Okay, and every time you call one person to give a lecture on that topic, let it be inaugurated by your vice chancellor or a principal or whosoever. See, everything, we have to do some or one or the other activity. हमारा visibility चाहिए, then only things will work out. You have to see. Not see. I have also seen conducting a user, a orientation program once in a while. अरे ये एक बार करें कॉलेज में, नॉर्मल डिग्री कॉलेज, सारे इवन यूनिवर्सिटी आल्सो. You one time you do user orientation and wind up. And again next year. अरे you can't every month or at least every 2 months you need to have some sort of a club, some sort of a user meet, faculty meet, students meet, something, so we need to do. Of course, organizing a book talk or instituting an annual best user awards for students. Not only give annual best award to students, you also give best award to the faculty. That's also very important. Normally what we do, best user, we give a pen or a book because he has used more books or he has been using frequently visiting to the library. You also make one provision for best faculty of the college every year. Okay, instead of giving one faculty, you give 10 faculty because other person will get angry. अरे यार उसको क्यों दिया? मैं भी जाता हूँ library को. See, this something the best practices so you need to institute. Okay, and of course competition, user survey. There are so many other things which we can do it. I know that as a librarian, you know better than me all the best practices. But again, one challenge is how many of us are really practicing it. Okay, so that we need to answer, right? So the another important of best practice is you need to maintain a statistics of usage. You have to maintain purchase. Even for collections, you have to maintain year wise, month wise, and usage also month wise or a half yearly. So you need to maintain the statistical information. That's the best practice. We can do it. Okay. Now coming to this last but very important aspect is how to face the interview. Okay, how to face the interview. Like means how to face, sorry, for a NAAC people, because these NAAC people, they confuse now. Earlier there were 5 people. I don't know now they have made 3. Sometimes because of my experience, I'm telling you, some are very cracked. हम जो बोलते सुनते नहीं उनके बोलते है ना. So this I will tell you some of the tips here. So with respect to, let us see, one is personality development. Means librarian, whenever the NAAC team comes, we are shivering. It's quite but natural. मैं अभी तुमको teach it. I'm giving lecture. I'm telling you should be don't be afraid of. अभी मैं बोलता हूँ मगर प्रैक्टिकली अब जब NAAC टीम मेरे पास आता है लाइब्रेरी में, मेरे भी it is shivering. It happens. See, we need to just cool mind. Yoga करना आ रहे हैं क्या NAAC people, even if they come, what they will ask, that everything I know it. So this is the confidence required for a personality development. Suppose say in the MIT, upper engineering college, even if you're going for a NAAC, you have a wonderful staff, 7 to 8. You can make all the staff to wear there. Let us make a dress code. It's a personal development. Always with a smile. Dress code, normally the librarians, and staff. I think dress code is one of the best practice we can do it. Okay, so the personality development, nothing but your confidence level. That confidence level will come only when we are we know each and every aspect of the library activities and service. If we are not aware about the other the innovative activities that we are doing in the library, the personality development will be less. That's why the librarian should know each and every bit of the activity that he is doing it, and try to keep a calm and quiet. Okay. Okay. So these are all the things that we need to do. And in this personality development, one important thing is, and you have to listen carefully what the NAAC people are saying you. Don't jump it. This has happened. I will tell you some instances. So this is only personal development. I know we librarians are really very strong in personal development. Chhod do. Now, second part is documentation. Documentation means, see what type of reports, what type of brochures, what type of things that we need to keep ready when the NAAC people come to the library. Okay, so there are certain questions, So of course, the action register, whatever you have, that should be accessible, because action register, fine. So my library is fully automated. I don't maintain any action register. Okay, if that is the case, if your action register, everything is available online, you should be able to show it. But my only sincere request is, if you are making actioning means all entering all the bibliographical details, and you are not using any action register, at that time try to take a printout and print and keep somewhere. Okay, keep it and make it proper binding. It is not that everything is electronic, because we need some physical document also, especially for the action register. Because I have seen some of the librarians, no, I don't maintain action register, everything is online. अरे भाई चलो अच्छा है, जब ऑडिट पीपल आएंगे तो आपको मालूम पड़ेगा हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इट इज, राइट. So personality development is over. Now documentation, you have to keep all the things like your action register is very important for that. One of the things that you have to do it, and important aspect is you prepare 2 profile. One profile means library brochure or library at a glance. It should be like a small pamphlet, not 1 or 2 pages, not more than that. small pamphlet, like in A4 size, it should fit some two folds or three folds. No, not more than two A4 size pages. So small brochure should indicate the NAAC team. Okay, for NAAC, these are all when they see the brochure. Okay, this is the vision of the library, mission of the library. These are all library staff. These are all collection. These are all facilities. These are all services. So this is the usage part. These are all the IT services that they're rendering. So your brochure should be very compact and it should reveal the complete overview about your library at a glance. Okay, that is a small brochure. You have to prepare and keep it ready. And another one is library profile, very detailed one. You have to do it. Not that only one you have to prepare. You have to prepare a brochure. Means one is a library brochure at a glance, small thing, and one other is profile of the library at a very means that it may contain 15-20 pages profile. You have to mention detail. So what are all the sections you are available, how you are rendering. So that library profile, you have to keep that document. You keep some 10 to 20 copies of all such things. You have to hand over to the NAAC people also. Okay, so keep all those things. And another important thing which I want to tell you is we are all talking and we are not having any library policies in a written form. Okay, so in a written form, we need to develop some library policy. Okay, so that are all nowadays, they are asking for a proof. If you say that, so I'm purchasing, I'm charging only 10% discount. Where is that policy? Is there, do you have policy? So library policy, what you do from the perspective of colleges, you develop a library policy. See how you are collecting, how you are organizing. So how your circulation policy is all about. Okay, plagiarism, all that you just type everything systematically. That should not be very detailed, very compact. Means it should be understandable. And you take a signature from the principal saying that this is the library manual. If something goes wrong, I can refer this library manual as a base. So that's the base for my procurement, my services, or whatsoever. See that library manual at a smaller level, even colleges and a state university can take up and do it. You see, when I'm telling when you are, I'm telling that I'm from the university. That's a state university. State university colleges में ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं है. हम तुम भाई भाई है. You are my younger brother, I am the elder brother. ज़्यादा whatever the difficulties that you face, the same thing we also face it. Okay. See, problems are bound to be there. We the Indians are not born with gold spoon. गोल्ड स्पून से हम पैदा नहीं हुए हैं. हमको बहुत प्रॉब्लम है. बट within these limitations, how you emerge is the more important. Okay, so library policy, and if you have a library committee, normally you have every college is having a library advisory committee. You keep their proceedings ready. After when they come and somebody they ask, what do you have library advisory committee? Yes, sir. Where is the proceedings? Then you should not move here and there. So library advisory committee proceedings you have to keep, and budget provision made for your from the college to your library. That also official document you keep it. Okay, and the starter and the stock verification if you have done it, those report also you give it, keep it ready. So these are all some of the important documentation that we need to do it when the NAAC people comes to the library. Okay, and third is the presentation. See, presentation is one of the important aspect. Normally, when the NAAC people come to the library, they may give time 15 minutes or 30 minutes, we don't know. Just presume that they give only for a 15 minutes of a presentation. Then what should be your content? Presentation में क्या चाहिए? Okay, just wait. Okay, sorry. In the presentation, we have to know that how much time they give. Say 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Always feel that they give less time only. Okay. Yeah. See, suppose they give some 15 minutes timing for a presentation. Then what we need to do? See, this is only my experience. I'm also sharing with you in the presentation. What happens in the presentation? We start with our college. College was established in so and so. That's a vision and a mission, and library plays an important role. Second slide will be library. Those people will say, no, 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 go to second, go to second. Means your mood. See, after when you were started with the first point, those people who are the NAAC people, they discourage immediately. Means some people will be there because this all happened. No, no, skip it, skip it. We don't have time. Go to library. You tell me about library. भैया library में आता हूँ थोड़ा wait करो. They don't have a patience. And one thing you need to understand, those NAC people are not a great people. They're all our हमारा. You see, librarian बन के NAC बना NAC में you might be member. Or a teaching faculty, he has become a NAC member, isn't it? They're all our own people. But only thing is they have the right to ask questions. We don't have a right to ask the questions. We can't reply also. Okay, and see that okay, NAC team is there, they are all हमारा भाई लोग है, no problem, whatever they ask, I'll means give the answer. That should be your spirit. Okay, in the presentation, I want to make it very specifically. You began your presentation with Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. Okay, and we mentioned 5 laws of library science. See, this is how I look upon. When you start a presentation of your college, you pose Dr. S.R. Ranganathan photo with 5 laws. You say that, sir, with my due respect to all of you, and I pray the father of library science in India, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, who has enunciated 5 laws. Based on the 5 laws only, my library is established. That is how the first impression you need to create. You got it? See, this is a very good start that you can do it. Or you can also start with saying that you can see, suppose now Vandana Khandelwal is a present librarian. There may be 4 to 5 librarians prior to Vandana Khandelwal. So what she can do in the first slide only, she can keep the photos of all the former librarians. Then she can start a presentation. So I start my presentation giving my respect to earlier librarians who have established my library, and I am trying to follow the path. I am trying to follow the path laid by our 4 librarians, former librarians. See, this first impression, वो लोगों को गोली मार देगा. Means that you are catching, right? So this is how you have to make it. Start with the presentation. Means starting first slide. If you don't give a chance for them to say, go to next, because they don't want what do you say, story. They know the stories. They don't want any story. Accurate they wanted. So next slide, what should be there? Okay, in your hierarchy system. So library, how many sections? Maybe next slide, library. Okay, how many sections are there? Okay, book ordering, one section, classification, innovative service, digital library. You show the chart and explain to them. Okay, then you come with what are all the collections you have. Okay, so yeah, every year how you are procuring it, what is the budget, right? So then also what are the tools you are organizing, what are the status of your automation. Okay, automation status also you can tell, and what are the influminate activities that you are doing it, because they are more bothered about influminate, because those people know only about influminate more. So you have a enlist, that question normally they ask. Okay, that also you highlight there. Then if any awards and the training programs like this you have done, that you highlight it. Best practices that you done, that you highlight it. Okay, so these are all some of the important things. We need to highlight these things. And there is a one question. Normally we talk about strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges. See, when you are making a presentation, try to prepare what is your strength, what is your weaknesses, what is your opportunity. Okay, this SWOT challenges. So these you try to have one answer with you. We don't know, because after having seen your wonderful presentation, they will put one small question. They don't ask anything depth. They will ask, what is the strength of your library? See, we know, but we'll not be able to answer it. So what is the weakness of your library? They may ask like this. See, that's why. So these 4 parameters, have a look at it. Okay. So I think these are all, this presentation stuff. I think you can do better than what I said it. And here, social responsibility is also very important in your presentation. See, the one which I showed you earlier about training of a Gram Panchayat librarian means what you are doing for your college, your students and the staff is not important. What you are doing for others. For example, in this COVID, in this Corona, क्या कर रहे हैं आप लोग? Okay, conduct fine. See, as a library, have you contributed some fund and you went to do somewhere and given a fund, given a support? You have supported to the poor people in the form of food grains or in the form of a cash, whatsoever, sanitizer, kuch to kare. See, those, those are your social responsibility that you need to highlight in your presentation. Okay. So there are a lot of stuff, I think you're all well aware you can make a better presentation than what I said. Then the last important aspect is what are all the probable questions that the NAAC peer team will ask me? When we normally we don't know what they will ask it. Okay, I'll just give one example of my own library some 4 years back. See, we are very confident that we have everything. So, unfortunately, what happened when they entered it, when they enter, all the NAC people entered into the entrance of the library, and I wished him. So, few are smiling, and other people are not smiling. No problem. Then what? One of the old person, what he did? Directly, he went to circulation counter. Okay. Then he started asking the one of the staff sitting there. Tell me how many books have been issued today, how many have been returned yesterday. क्या करेंगे यार? See, even I see your circulation staff, whether see if they're capable, they can do it fine. Then what? See, small thing. These are all small thing only. See, without seeing our presentation, he made us, under dilemma. See, he entered and directly sat with one of our supporting staff in the circulation counter at the entrance and asking him how many books have been issued in the last month, how many books have been taken away, how many have been referred. अरे क्या बोलेगा यार बच्चा है हमारा क्या बोलेगा then of course having forecasted this also anyhow that soft copy means that the painted material was available there. I wanted to show him. He said no, let him see, let him show me in the because yours is a computer and library na, let him show. अरे पागल आदमी को क्या बोला ठीक है यार देखो my because our staff is trained. So there is a just a administrative model as an admin. I because there are certain things which only as an administrator can. I just log in into it and I tell sir don't worry sir my staff are trained he will show you because I have made an admin login then the reports are there then he can show everything. Oh then although he has come with maybe a bit negative mind but he started appreciating. Okay. See, these are small things. You wanted some list of questions what they will ask, but those questions are irrelevant. See, the moment he comes and enter into circulation, everyone will get confused. Yeah, yaar, the NAC people are very means tight. Schedule is very tight. These people are not very cooperative. See, we start thinking, and even if I know the answer, I'll not be able to tell. Okay, so these things you need to care. And I tell you, normally when they enter into the library, so property counter or circulation or your OPAC, okay, keep everything ready. Okay, so they will be searching on their own. They will be searching. They will be using it on their own. You say it is a OPAC. You say it is a kiosk. It is a touch screen. They will search it. So everything should be functional. And if at all there is some of the students who are sitting nearby, so one of the means they may go to the student also and ask which department you are from. Okay. So how is the library? He will say good. Good. How do you rate it? He will ask me because this happened with us. How do if I say 10 marks, 0 to 10, how much you give? He will say 6. So for that only, you have to train your students also. When the NAC people come, you have to train and give the student if they are coming, if they are good enough and everything is fine, no problem. But you have to have a students who are sharp enough. You should also make some mock test before that only. If they are something like this, maybe infinite, maybe this you should tell, sir, extraordinary, very good, sir. Not superficial, but good, sir. It's a good, sir. Our library is very cooperative, sir. If something is not available, he'll try to locate it. See, these things, we should train the student first because their concentration of asking question is not to the librarian and the staff, but to the students who are using the library on that particular time. Okay. So normally they ask for all the documentation, you can show it, and they are more bothered about the usage part. Okay, they are usage part, and you need to show practically. One incident it has happened last time with us is we say that in the university, we say that We are using Urkund as an anti-plagiarism software for checking all the PhD theses, and we checked around 400 PhD theses for the last 1 year. Then one of the expert, what he said, okay, 400 theses, then show me online how you have done it. Then what happened? See, of course, then just moved it. We have to have a login and a password, open the workload, then show him this is how we do it. Okay, if you are not in a position to do it, then what happens? These people are not technically sound, isn't it? See, that impression we should have means we should be prepared for all sort of a questions. Everything is normally proof because now we are all technology enabled libraries are there, so they ask for more of a proof only. Okay, so you have to be prepared for that. And see, they will also more. I said you they are asking, so they may ask questions. So what are the two best practices that you have done for your library? You should be able to justify two best practices. Okay, so these are our two best practices. Best practice means not just this one title. You have to see the context in which that best practice has been done. What is the impact on students? Whether it has changed the user attitude towards library. See, there are some 4 or 5 parameters are there. If at all you say it's the best practice, that you have to tell to them. Okay, so there are the normal questions which are connected to the library, and you as a librarian not only get trained by yourself, but also your staff who are dealing with particular sections, so they should be mastery over it. Because when we ask for anything like technical section, any other section, then I put okay, sir, that gentleman, the dynamic staff, he deals with that. Then yeah, even if I try to answer, he says no. मैंने आपको पूछा है, नहीं पूछा है ना? ये I'm asking him. Let him ask because he deals with that section. See, that's why the subject, you see the way how you demark yourself from the different section, you should be expertise. Normally, librarian being, more smart, he tries to answer it. But sometimes some NAAC people are very arrogant. They say no. They will strictly say when I ask you, then only you reply. Otherwise, don't. This will happen. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, and there is a one incident. Unfortunately, what happens in the competitive examination, we keep all the latest books. Unfortunately, one or two books will be like, say now to 2020 is there. I keep 2019 and 2020 as a annual reference annual. All yearbooks will be latest only. By mistake, in the bottom row, there are some yearbook which are of 2015, 2000. See, that is kept in the bottom and the top. Those people will not see what latest you have kept. They will pick up the older edition, then bring it to librarian इतना बड़ा 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 बात करता है, ये क्या है 2000 एडिशन का एनुअल ईयर बुक है, that's where India reference manual, why you have kept it, very old edition. No sir, you will say no sir, actually we have kept all the latest edition and these also we have put in the bottom. Why you have put? Means always don't give a chance. This has happened. See, we have said, especially my Gulbarga University Library, one of the IT enabled library. All the good things are there. People have looked only from the negative. What are all the weaknesses that you have? Because when they come, they normally study before coming to your library. When they're coming to MIT, they will study a bit early only. They will go to your website. What are the collections are there? What are services are there? They study and come. So this is my presumption. Okay, may or may not be. They come with a preparation and they'll start questioning. That's why, see, you all need to be prepared and ensure that active collections, proper policy, and you need to prepare. I think with this, already more than 1.5 hour time is over. I conclude with a note that it is a now or never situation for a librarian. Okay, it's a now or never situation for the librarian. We need to be very positive. Don't care for others, yaar. टीचिंग फैकल्टी तुमको केयर नहीं कर रहा है, चिंता मत करो. प्रिंसिपल केयर नहीं कर रहा है, चिंता मत करो. Librarian do not need any certificate to prove its worth, but we have that capability, but we have the ability to make feel others that we the librarians are inevitable. That we need to prove. Then only that inevitability of a librarian becomes essential in the not only NAAC. NAAC is a one chota kaam hai, but we cannot prepare everything because NAAC is coming. So that's what the intuition. No, NAAC आने दो नहीं आने दो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. You do your job sincerely. You practice the best possible, and you have to emerge as a librarian on par excellence. And we are no less than anyone. And we are the librarians who are the identify. We can who have the passion of identifying, selecting, acquiring, maintaining, and disseminating information to the society, and enlighten the society with rich information that we have. We have the passion for that, and we, the librarians, are really great, and we are teachers of our teachers, and it's a noble profession. And let us justify that we, the librarians, are worth. And with this, I thank Vandana Madam and all the entire teaching, non-teaching fraternity, and all my participants and my dear friends for giving me this opportunity to be part of this noble webinar. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's my end of presentation, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh, for a outstanding session. Sir, it is best lecture on NEC. I never attended such a nice lecture before this, sir. Thank you so much for wonderful session, sir. Dr.
Thank you,
Suresh, the
yeah,
session was very interactive, practical oriented, informative, and fruitful for us. Uh,
yeah.
you So definitely library professionals will go back wiser and implement the things learned from your expertise. I hope your lecture would definitely boost up the moral of library science professional for the preparation of NEC.
Yeah.
Before starting the question answer session, I request all the participants to please don't send mail or put messages in the chat about the certificate. Till today, I have received 4,000 plus mail from the participants, and it's not possible for me to check mail which I received in use number. In our webinar, around 1,000 participants attending the webinar on daily basis. Hence, generating 1,000 certificate per day is not a easy task. I told many times to all the participants that you will definitely get the certificate. Please be patient. Yesterday, I have already sent certificate of 11th May session to those who have attended full session. Secondly, please do not worry about PPT and video recording also. I will share it with all the participants when all the sessions are over. Now we start question answer session. I have note down some question from the chat. Dr. Suresh, can I ask questions?
Yeah, madam. Sure, madam.
Okay. Just a minute, sir. Sir, first question from Mayuri Kundalkar. Sir, this is not a question. Huh?
Ah,
This is
yeah.
feedback. This is just her feedback. Today's
Okay.
webinar is very interesting for us, and the best part is I can image the speaker in front as they are speaking in a seminar. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mayuri. Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, Mayuri. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
First question from Yogita Talwar. So she has two questions.
Yeah.
What are the number of staff members and qualification according to NAAC? Second is, who is senior for example, NET qualified with 3 years experience or simple MLE with 10 years experience. So we prepare our staff list for NAAC. Please clear my point.
Yeah, madam. Madam, first thing is when a college librarian is appointed, okay, the minimum requirement for a college librarian is he should possess master degree either with a PhD or a NET or a SET exam of the state. Okay, he becomes a college eligibility for a college librarian. Now the question is with respect to the seniority. who have been now, from your college perspective, who have been appointed as a college librarian. It is not that there may be a library assistant who has put 20 years of experience, and a college librarian possessing this qualification has put only 5 year experience. You become, though your experience is less, you are the first librarian, then second will be the person who has put 20 year experience. Okay. See, for any college librarian, what is the eligibility is that he should possess master degree with a 50% or 55% in case of that schedule that category, and either with a net or a set or a PhD. Then only he become a college librarian. Okay, that's how it has to be done, madam.
Okay. Sir, second question from Dr. Surekha Pandit. Infinite service like Enlist and EPG Pathshala are not useful for the students of UG classes, especially of Government College of Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah.
Any
Yes,
annual
yes.
membership charges of enlist for colleges which are not registered under 12B and 2B colleges is
Yes, yes.
very high than what a librarian can do in such cases.
Okay. Madam, yeah, this is true that let me answer in two parts, madam. One thing is
Okay.
the libraries who are having enlist and the libraries who do not have a enlist, like that Madhya Pradesh librarian. See, even in the libraries who are having a enlist, see, they say that for degree colleges this is a waste. Okay, and as a librarian, what I feel, madam, there are some options. You download the Excel. There is, suppose say there is a McGraw Hill electronic books are available. So some 10,000 books, e-books are provided under the N list. You take a print, it is available in the Excel file. You take a print, you make 5 to 6 copies, keep one copy in the library and distribute to other faculty also. Printed copy. Then among the list, they will take out maybe around you have 1 lakh books, but there at least there will be some 100 books which are useful to them, isn't it? There is nothing like not useful. They will be useful, but only thing is faculty is not aware because he don't have time to see. And as a librarian, what is our job? You take a list of, you list all the ebooks which has been available under N list. Okay, take the printout and give it to all the faculty. तुम्हारा पैसा खर्च करो परवानी. They, whenever they have free time, they will, out of 100, even if it is 5 books are useful, that's a great. Okay, because they're all the costly books and highly skilled publishers are available. And coming to the madam question, I know that if you don't have come under that category of 12 FBE, then you have to pay 30,000 or 35,000 as a year of subscription. Just imagine that you don't have money, your management and the principal will not pay for it. Forget about this. See, for a degree colleges, see, have you used IGNO, Indira Gandhi National Open University website? There, all the degree, BA, BSc, BCom, learning course materials, madam, I tell you, this is a fantastic source which is available free. You only have to register and you get all the semester-wise, subject-wise books that too very authenticated to my mind compared to all regular universities. The IGNO notes are ultimate, I tell you, highly qualitative in nature. Those sites you can use for your college. And there is another website called the EPG Pathashala is for a PG people. There is a Pathashala for degree colleges also. That's also free. That you can use it. And now I was telling about Vidya Mitra. There are some YouTube. There are some different consortium for educational resources channels are available. See, you as a librarian, what you do, you just type one topic and see that YouTube link. You make a free resources which are useful for your students and the faculty. You compile the list of e-resources which are available free on the internet and make it subject wise. Commerce separate a list, chemistry means different like different discipline. You make a separate list and facilitate to the user. There are plenty of free resources which are available on the net that you can use it without paying a single penny. For further, you can call me or take my email ID. I will help you the best. Okay.
So next question from Rajeshri Kaktikar. While answering the question of NAAC, should we
Ah,
answer pinpointed or should we ourselves go ahead and tell all point of library?
Madam, you will see. as a librarian and as a you have to understand means how our NAAC people are there. Means when they enter, some if all are very good, it looks like good, but normally, to my experience, I shared my experience also. पिन पॉइंटेड इंफॉर्मेशन जितना वो लोग पूछेगा वैतना आंसर दे दो ज्यादा शानतन जान को खतरा that's what I feel, madam. Yeah, madam, it happened, madam. Madam, I tell you about my university. Yeah, we have, you name anything, we can get it. But only thing is, all the time, they are talking, this is not there, that is not there. अरे पागल आदमी सब कुछ है यार मेरे पास बोले तो सुन रहा नहीं. Yeah, this happens. That's why I request, the library to be very pinpointed. जितना पूछेगा वैतना answer दो. Don't elaborate much. They will ask you. Suppose if you say plagiarism, if they are not aware, if you say EPG Patashala, they are not aware, they will ask you, what is that EPG Patashala? You have to tell your answer in such a way that they have to ask you a question, whatever you said. That is the link you have to provide it. Okay.
Sir, next question from Smita Ravindranath. When calculating library uses, should the issue written data also be counted along with the in-out statistics?
See, as per our criteria, the latest criteria, as we have seen it in this 4.2.4, they have said only actually number of students and teachers visiting a library divided by total number of students and teachers into 100. That's a formula. Okay, madam. This is one side. On the other hand, you just maintain the statistics per month, how many users have visited, per month, how many books have been issued, okay, how many students have visited, okay, and also electronically, if it is there, per month, which are the sources they have used it, how many downloads they have done. You maintain the statistics. We don't know what they will ask. But from the perspective of our questions which we have seen, the 4 questions, that data may not be essential, but that is very much essential when they come physically. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, next question from Priya Vedya. How many points are assigned for the publication in an university? And second question is there any assessment criteria to judge the researcher output?
Madam, first question. Yeah, the first question, madam. Can you please, sorry, please repeat, madam, first question.
Yeah, first question. How many points are assigned for the publication in an university?
Okay. Madam, for that, see, if you go to NAAC, actually, there is a NAAC manual. There are, manuals for different, 2018, 2019, May. The latest is 2019, December. That only you download it. Okay. So whatever I said is the latest one only. Here, normally for a research publication, from the university perspective, there are 300 marks for that criteria. Okay. If you come to the college, it will be a 150 for a research perspective. In that research criteria only, this publication will be there. So this costs around 100 marks, especially for publication. A publication of a faculty, publication of the university as a whole, because there are all sub key indicators are there, madam, which I think that the detail you can get it from the NAAC manual. If my answer is not fully satisfactory, just keep in touch. I'll send you all the details. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Second one.
So next question from next question. Is there any assessment criteria to judge the researcher output?
Yeah. Because you see, when you go through this criteria 3, they have said that the journals which are published by your faculty, whether it is indexed in UGC approved journal, whether it is indexed in Web of Science, whether it is indexed in Scopus. Normally, these 3 will be taken into criteria. You say that I have published it in a journal which is not indexed in all these 3, but I can show my Google Scholar citation. वो नहीं चलेगा. You need to ensure that your publication, whatever the publication you publish, that should be indexed in and approved in UGC care list and Scopus or a Web of Science. Normally, these are desirable from their perspective. Yeah.
So next question from Sanmukhi Padmanabham. For NAAC assessment in self-financial colleges, is there any benchmark for budget allocation?
See, madam, actually, it is a self-finance. I mean, they are more rich as compared to other. Okay, they can give more also, they can give less also. Normally, for a college, which I see from the college perspective, minimum 10 to 15 lakhs is very much required, because I am seeing the colleges, hardly they are having 1 lakh or a 2 lakh. See how to maintain the digital library, how to procure the books. See, where is the budget? We wanted to develop a digital library. There is no provision for upgradation of a computers. See, these are all issues are there. To my mind, see, I think how you should ask your principal or the management to earmark a budget every year. Say 10 lakh for a book, say 5 lakh for a book, 5 lakh for electronic resources, 3 lakh for a annual maintenance of IT gadgets. Okay, some 1 lakh for a UPS maintenance. See, these are all small things, madam, especially UPS. No, see, I'm from the university. When my file every year, if I make a move, they will say, "Arey, last year we paid 95,000 for a maintenance of UPS. Again this year, यार तुम दिए तो काम चलता नहीं तो सब कुछ बंद हो जाएगा." See, these are all, madam, when we make a budget, we should be very, very clear and try to bifurcate books separate, journals separate, electronics resources separate, IT gadgets separate, and maintenance separate. You take one lakh only, no problem, but you have to bifurcate. So that is how. And for a normal colleges, 15 to 20 lakh would be very reasonable. Yeah.
So next question from Chinmay Bhange. What is the method of computing per day uses of library?
You see, the formula is already there, whatever the 4.2, 2.1, 2, 3, 4 are there, that formula is there. Okay, for yourself, if you want to calculate, like just for your satisfaction, or say we want to show it to our NAAC people or somebody. Okay, what is the usage? See, normally usage means number of students who visited or using the library in this particular day divided by total number of students into 100. It is a general formula. Say, for example, there are 500 students are there. Only 50 are coming. 50 divided by 500 into 100. That is your formula of usage. Okay. Don't worry, even if the percentage of usage or percentage of users coming is less, that hardly matters. Only thing is, as a librarian, try to stimulate, attract the people, attract the students, and faculty will not come. You call them, offer tea, coffee, something, kuch karo, so that they come and go and develop that faculty librarian collaboration. Okay, next one.
So next question from Anuradha Moria. What if data comes in decimal figures? It is okay as it does not seem fine.
See, suppose say 35.0005. Okay, that's what she's asking. Okay, 30.005 is no value, you can put 30. If it is 30.09, 30.09 is there, you put 30.1. So it hardly much matter. Even if you put full also, no problem. You have to reduce the equal, the last decimal. 0.9 you can put as a 30.99 is there. 30.99 is there. You put 31. No problem. Not issue. Okay.
So next question from Vishal Velip. Which is the free website to calculate H index of faculty?
You see, there are two ways of calculating H index. One is manually, another is the ready-made, which we get from Google Scholar or a Scopus or a Web of Science. Okay, see how to calculate a H index. If it is a manually, that just give my mobile and an email number to him. I will send you some ready-made examples how to calculate that H index for his own publication. I will send it to him, madam. Okay.
Okay. So one more question from Kandali Srinivasan. How much percentage of library users we need to show NAAC peer team?
Madam, you see, my dear gentleman, you see, if you show 100% is advisable. Go, chalo, 100% bolte, they'll be very happy. That's not the reality. At least ensure that, see, for a college, I know the situation. I am also from the college. I work from a school to university now. See, we know the situation. Theoretically, हम बहुत कुछ बोल सकते हैं. But at least try to say 40 to 50, minimum 40% है ज़्यादा. If it is more than 50%, fine. You try to show at least 50% and above. That is advisable.
So next question from Julie Thakuria. In Assam College librarian is not engaged in academic purpose like curriculum development, IQAC membership, and committee for college development work. So she needs suggestion.
So you are a young budding librarian. I'll tell you, you do start doing good work. After 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 years, they will realize your potential, and you will be put in a one committee. It may not be IQS or NAAC. Whatever the responsibility that your college wants to give, don't say no. See, that's a one simple thing. Normally, what happens? See, when a college, when a principal says you be a coordinator for this particular program, then we say, sir, I don't know, I can't do it. See, that's a nature, because we always think why we have to crack our head, our job. What is our job? Let us do that job. And I sincerely request you, whatever the job they assign you, do it. After 4 5 years of experience, see, definitely one day principal will call you. You are the young, beautiful lady. You are a very talented. I will assign you the responsibility of ITC. So let us be optimistic, and one day you will get it. And later, you also think of starting a certificate course in your state for a librarian, and that I think that will take care. Yeah, thank you, madam.
Next question from Vaishali Chaudhary. Please let me know, is academic calendar is necessary for librarians and what is the standard format?
See, madam, academic calendar is not like, normally the academic calendar for conducting the classes. See, what I feel, see, exams are over by March, April, May. Okay, you start from June, let us say. See, you have to plan as a librarian sitting with a staff. See, once the students enter into the library, you plan in this month orientation program. Okay. After next month, okay, so the research scholars are there. You plan a program for the research scholar. Then after 2 months, again you make a program for the PG students. And after 3 or 4 months, you request the faculty of the department and tell, sir, whenever there is a free class, I wanted to come because there are some new mobile applications have come which the students can use it. Then faculty, oh, good. Hey, come. We have come free classes. You can means you have to see marketing not only all the time expecting to come into your library only. You have to plan in such a way that physical training like this, online training like this. Okay. So something, some creativity, meeting with your own colleagues or discussing with the other librarians of near and there. You plan accordingly and make it, whenever people look, oh, this is your academic calendar for a librarian. Oh, great. Nobody has done for an academic calendar for a librarian. See, when others are not doing, why can't you do it? We have to do it like that only. See, to be something, when we say that we are unique. So when you say we are unique, we have to show that uniqueness even in calendar of events, how we are doing it. Okay. Right. Thank you, madam. Next.
So next is not a question, it's just a view about you. From Munmunde, speaker sir is the best speaker in my life.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah. Madam,
Thank you
one
for
thing, one thing I wanted to compliment all of you and all my librarians. I am just an ordinary librarian from the very remote corner. Only thing is, like whatever, madam. See what happened? Teaching is different passion. जो
Yeah.
बात बोलना practice करना, theory and practice there are two different things, madam. If you practice, you practice it. Don't say if you practice. I think these things automatically will come. So thanks a lot to all the people, madam. Yeah.
Yeah. So, one more views from Harish Chandra. He's written
Okay.
in Hindi, sir.
हाँ.
माननीय महोदय, आपके अति उत्कृष्ट एवं ओजस्वी और सारगर्भित भाषण के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
सर जी,
हाँ,
मेरा प्रणाम ले लो इधर से दूर से। मैं काले हूँ, देखने को काले हूँ, मगर दिल वाला हूँ, वो मैं बोल सकता हूँ।
Sir, next question from Priya Vedya. It is possible to put an obligation on each university library to conduct internship after bachelor's and master's course to have them practical knowledge. Is there any guidelines proposed by NAAC authority so that library points can be enhanced?
Madam, I tell you here for this, you see, thinking of any mandatory from the officials is very difficult. Now, for example, say you are from Pune. Pune University is there. Okay. So after master degree, they have to go for internship. That's what, no? So that 1 month, normally here, there is a 1 month internship training will be there. But we don't pay the money. We don't pay the salary for the students who come here. Okay, that as a librarian, now I am in the university. So it is my obligation, it is my duty to train my younger budding librarians who are going to become a bigger librarian for the coming years. Provide them training as an internship for a 1 month. Suppose if her concept is for a 1 year training, normally all the universities, because of the financial crunch, they are not paying money, madam. My money to the for the training of students. But free, if they are doing it free, they can come anytime and do it. Okay, it's all depends upon the university and the librarians around that region how they feel it. Okay, so that we need to have a better rapport and say that sir, internship is very much required. You have to do it and do it freely and give accommodation for our students. Something can be worked out, madam. These are all social things. It will work out. It all depends upon the nature and attitude of the librarians. That will happen. And officially from the NAAC or something, nobody will care. We have to do it from our side only. Right.
Can you hear me, Mayuri, Avinash Kulkarni?
Yes,
Actually, Sonia Mukesh Desai wants to talk to sir directly. So
Yeah. Give.
please unmute her.
ma'am, I am in the panelist. I can't have such rights.
Okay.
On the
Avinash,
name,
Avinash, are
can
you
you?
there?
No,
Avinash?
he's not. No, he's not there, ma'am.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
Sonia,
you,
can
ma'am,
can we put
you have
your
a right.
question in chat? Sonia,
No,
can you
ma'am.
put your question in? Huh?
You
Yes,
have
yes,
a
yes.
right. On the name of Sonia, can you click on a right click
Okay.
and
Okay.
untick the mute mark
Until the mute mark. No, I'm not.
on Sonia? On Sonia name, you right click. You will get some option there.
No, not visible.
Okay. Sonia ma'am, please, can you write your question in the question box?
So next question from Dr. Jyoti Sharma. Sometimes faculty don't want to share their publications. They said
Yeah.
we are not professor level and no need to increase citation. Then what should we do?
I think she wants to create some institutional repository, something like that, huh, madam? Okay, I know. This problem is there in all parts of India. See, here also, so if just I'll give one example of our Gulbarga University. I wanted to know creating institutional repository. Okay, I'll send a letter. I request all the faculty, kindly give your publications, okay, list and also full text if possible, so that I will create an institutional repository. Out of 100, 99 will not reply, 99 will not give. Only one person, because we make a party, he may give it. Okay. So normally they won't give it. See what you need to do. If you, what I have done is I went to JGate, I went to Web of Science, I went to Indian Federation Index, I went to Scopus. What we did, there is a search called Gulbarga, our university name or a college name. I get all the faculty publications, right? All the faculty publications. Suppose for Gulbarga University, I go to Scopus and type there Gulbarga University. I get all 2000 papers written by our faculty. Why I should ask them? See, officially you ask them. If they don't give, those bibliographic details, everything will be there, that you can use that data and put on your institutional repository, and wherever that document object interview identifier will be there, the full text will be given a link, and other articles, it will not open. Only the summary, means bibliographic details, you can see it. Okay, that issue is there, but you have to find alternative. That's how we have to do it. And for further, you can just keep in touch. Okay, madam.
Sir, I have so many questions in chat box. Can I continue or please suggest?
My pleasure, madam. No problem. Yeah, you can continue. Continue.
Okay, okay. So next question from Vishwas. Sometime librarian not interested to change routine life with implementing new things. So how to handle this issue?
मैडम वो उसको 2 दिन पगार कट करने दो, हो जाता है. See what I'm see madam, life is like that. Life is, हमारा पास अभी we are getting a UGC pay scale, good salary 1 lakh, so automatically it happens, not for general common this thing. It all depends upon the passion that you develop it. See, every day is routine. What are we doing in the routine? Morning, what we are doing it, breakfast, that, the same thing. Even in the library, same thing. You need to create something innovative. Otherwise, what you are doing at home, if you say it's a routine, why I should come to home? It's a routine. I'm not interested. So why can't you say, because that's why your office, which pays you and which pays not only for you, for your livelihood and for all the entire family. See, you need to be creativity, always optimistic and positive. Never be, like negative, madam. So that's what I think. Huh? Whether your principal is or not, don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah. So next question from Rajni Rai. In private sector, librarians are not more than non-teaching staff only. The deal library staff as a clerk only. So in that case, how to change their mindset?
I was telling you that I have seen the colleges, that librarian is not only clerk, he is also sweeper, he is also peon, and a librarian and a boss. Because there are certain, normally the government and some colleges, majority of is like this, like that only. See, what we are teaching, what we are telling here is another part. But one thing, we need to understand, the good days will come. Maybe right now your college is small. Maybe after some time, after 2, 3, 4 years, government will also support. That has happened. You see, everything has not improved over a short period. See, I am seeing here professor for 20 years. See, every 5 years, there is a change. The government support or the management support slowly improving. After NAAC has come, our image has improved. People are caring for a library. One day will come, so slowly, even for your college, you are the only one person. After seeing your work, after seeing your innovation, one day your principal will feel, "Arey yaar, paap usko one more assistant will provide it." See, it happens. Don't worry. You be positive and do the work. Whether you are whatsoever. Okay? Good
Right,
things
sir.
will come.
Yeah. So next question from Pradyuman Kumar. What are the staff pattern of library for NAAC?
See, there is no standard staff pattern that for a college of 30,000 books, they should be there. Of course, there is a Ranganathan formula, which has been, if you go to the basics of a librarianship of a book written by our Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, father of library science, there is a formula which you have to adopt. But I suggest, for a college of 50,000 books, okay, one librarian, one library assistant, and 2 supporting staff, 1 peon is required. Okay. Even if you, yeah, that's how we have to work accordingly. Madam, just 1 minute, 1 minute. The vice chancellor call is there. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sir, in 20 minutes, sir. I'm still in the webinar. Please. Call ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Call ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Sorry to interrupt. Yes, madam.
Mahesh, please unmute yourself. Mahesh. Answer next question from Kritika M. I'm recruited as a librarian this year. Currently, my college undergoes NAAC accreditation 2020. What is the first procedure should I take first?
You see, if you have been made IQC coordinator, then the things which I have stated, you should know each and every bit. Okay, you just joined it, then not a issue. But this is the time because first impression is the last impression. You cannot say that I am the new person. I joined only just 1 year. Okay, see, my PowerPoint presentation will be given to all of you. That's the one thing. Go to the NAAC website. There is a manual and there are videos also available. Okay, you first understand about your library criteria, which I already said you. After understanding about your library criteria, go to each criteria 1 to criteria 7, after that you go to the methodology of how to process for an act. Okay, what type of document, when I should apply it. Okay, all those things are written. I think I have mentioned it. If anything is there, just go to the manual and also video tubes available on the NAC. And if any problem, any query, there are so many good librarians are there, and you can also call me. I have another small librarian available in this area, and I can help you as I am already a NAC coordinator. Okay.
Okay. So next question from Ashok Kumar Das. What is book talk?
Okay, this is one of the best practices we can do it. See, like now we have a books, not only subject-based books. We have a book for different personalities. Because if you call all the students and say there is a book talk, come here, and they will teach you how to use this about a subject called sociology or any other. Nobody will come. Okay, then you have to call for a book talk. Okay, there are 2-3 ways are there. One way I tell you, book talk means you can ask some few students to read a book. Okay, after reading a book, you just say for a 5 minutes what you have understood, and give one pen or a book for as a compliment. That's a book talk. Another way of understanding book talk is you can call some experts from outside. Okay, so there are some personality like Mahatma Gandhi will be there, Ambedkar will be there. So those also collections, he can read and he can give his lecture. So that's how, different ways, madam, that can be done.
Okay. So next
Yeah.
question from Yamini Galpure. What should be the criteria of best user award?
You see, you have to give maximum award. We have to see the situation where we are. If you give award only to 1 or 2 persons, there the problem will come to the librarian. What is the basis of award you were given? Why you were given to that person? Why you were not given to this person? That's why instead of giving award to 5 persons, you give 20 people. No problem. You have to just make a formula. How means like one method of who are regularly visiting to the library based upon the register or based upon the web camera you have put. See, this person is coming regularly. Okay, don't give award to only one person because he's a frequent visitor. You add from 5 to 6. आखिर क्या जाता है यार एक पेन देने का है. Okay, you give 10 people, so that all will be happy. If you give only to one people, all will be angry. Next time they will not come because last time वो award लिया है ना, वही जाने दो, मैं नहीं जाता. That's why. So criteria means like frequent visit. Your register is there, web camera is there. See if 1 or 2 you will get it. You try to give maximum awards, and also who is taking more books issued. Yeah, you have frequently issuing the books. Okay, like that. Online tools are there. Based upon your library software, you will find it. Who is the frequent user? See, there are other things are there that you can follow it. Right.
So next question from GJ Dikshit. What skill a librarian should have to prepare himself for NAC, and what type of data he or she should prepare for NAC?
I think I have covered it a bit. Only thing is skill something, madam, what I feel it comes from within. Now, if I
Yeah.
say I am a 48 years old, okay. So if somebody says you have to develop for one website, नहीं आता मुझे. See, that skill is only passion. Age is not a limit. If that is the need of the hour for your college or university, you learn it. You don't know, you take the help from the others to develop it. So the management will not give money, you pay from the pocket, you develop a website. Okay, after you start using it. Skill something that cannot be said, you need to have this skill only. Skill it comes it out of passion. Okay. Of course, professionalism, whatever you have learned, sharing with the librarians, acquiring the skills through various training programs, that all will be there. We say we need communication skills, we need leadership skills, we need IT skills. Yeah, both कुछ skills है. And we have seen the librarians who are extraordinary, but their delivery will be very less. That also we have seen it. It all depends upon the individual passion. That passion is your skill. That's what I can say it. Yeah.
Sir, next question from Dr. Sriram. How to become a leader in library science in Indian library scenario?
Is it Sriram from Thapar University? I don't know. Is it, madam? Thapar? Yeah. Yeah, then he himself is a leader, madam. He can't deliver because we talk about leadership. Because we are all close friends, we used to talk. यार इतना बड़े बड़े बातें वड़ा पाव खाते हैं क्या यार कहाँ है leadership? Ram, you are the leader of Thapar. You are a king of Thapar University, and hey, that's all autocrat. All skill that he knows, madam. Okay, Ram, bye. Right. Yeah, madam.
Sir, next question from Anuradha Moria. Does NAAC team ask for physical record of patron footfall?
Patron? What is that, madam? Patron?
Patron footfall.
Patrons? I don't understand, madam. Actually, what is that? Patron means user fall down, users less usage of library by the users. Is it that?
Maybe, sir. Maybe.
They
Physical
will ask.
record of, I think so. Okay, it's related to users record.
Yes, but what happens if you have a statistic showing that your usage of library has gone either an upper trend or a lower trend. If they feel that there is a low trend, why they will ask? Okay. Say when they may ask and you should be ready for it because it is your library, you know why they are not coming. You have to say that physically they are not coming when compared to last year, but they are using more of a e-information which I can show from the mobile that this thing, madam. The logs will be there. Okay, internet logs. From that they can produce and show it off. Right.
Sir,
Yeah.
next question from Dr. Mercy Angelin. I have a query about librarian qualification. MLS either with PhD or NET is applicable because in many institutions they are recruiting NET qualified person without PhD. So, what is the procedure? Kindly let me know this by asking this query to resource person. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a, madam, actually, you see, as of now, whether a PhD or a NET or a FET, if any one of them is available, then it can be recruited. But the new education policy, maybe 2020 or 2021, at that time, if he is having a NET with PhD, then only they will recruit it. If you say I have a NET or a FET, he will not be recruited as a librarian. Now it's fine. If he is either having a NET or a FET or a PhD, if any one of them is available with a master degree, he can be appointed. If any supporting documents are required, let him tell him to contact us. We'll definitely send. Okay.
Sir, next question from Neeraj Kumar. What should we do different work from NBA for NAC?
Neeraj Kumar from Punjab University.
Sir, I don't know, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Can you repeat, madam? What work?
What should we do different work from NBA for NAC?
MBA? Or what is that? I do not understand.
NBA, National Board of Accreditation for NAC.
Okay. You see, even for a National Board of Accreditation, there are different criteria are there. It is only for a NAC. Okay. See, whatever the criteria that is here, there is little bit variations will be there. If you are pakka in the NAC, you can go for any other accreditation, madam. That is the challenge. Because now you see, I've been seeing for last 10 years, There has been a polishing of a question, polishing of a data template that they are using it. Now the NAAC parameters, the 7 criteria, whatever it was there, it is very much relevant and pakka. And if you prepare according to the NAAC, we can go for a NBA or even ISO 9001 certificate, whatsoever. That can be done.
So, Mr. P.V. Radha Swami, degree college faculty members are not interested to write research paper. In what way we should motivate them? Please give some suggestions.
Oh, one thing is, madam, for degree colleges, that's why the research, for the criteria three, the marks are less for a colleges compared to the university. That's the one thing. Okay. And second thing, see, they are all now degree college library, degree college teaching faculty. Means they have done master degree and a PhD and set either one of the qualification will be there. They have to go for a PhD also. When they're going for a PhD, definitely they will ask librarian or somebody to write the paper. Even if they are not doing it, if we, as a librarian, she has to tell her, see, sir, so when we go for a NAAC or if anybody asks us what is the research productivity of the individual faculty, we should be able to tell, I have published my 10 articles in UGC Care Journal. I have 2 articles in Scopus. I have 2 articles in Web of Science. That is the strength of the faculty. If you don't publish, see, even if you don't publish, तुम्हारा salary तो आ जाएगा. But that scientific research bent of mind, that research temper has to be developed. For that, sir, you need to publish. You can say as a librarian, sir, you are very intelligent. You can publish it. Whatever your research articles you want in this area, I can get it. Maybe I don't have in my college, but I have a very, very good friend, my good friend from university. I will tell him, he will give it. I will send you all the articles. Kindly do it. See, this sort of motivation we can do and things will be done. Okay. Right.
Okay, sir, next question from Deepali Desai. If the attitude of college and principal is like when NAC would come before 1 week, we will provide computer for OPEC. No need to purchase general books. Faculty don't give importance to the library. After follow up so many times, such attitude does not change. So, what should I do?
Madam, it's a matter of time, we have to show it. We cannot demand. Nowadays, we are demanding it. Arey yaar, these people are not giving respect. These not understanding. Means they are not understanding the importance of library. We are telling all, even myself also, or maybe yourself also. We say, but see, we have to create an environment. We have to create our scientific temper in such a way that after 2 years, after 3 years, based upon your skill, they should feel the important. यार लाइब्रेरी शाना है यार आदमी शाना है बहुत कुछ नेटवर्क है उसको आता है बट क्यों देखो see immediately over time over a period of time it comes see immediately nowadays the younger generation what happens immediately after joining they want on par with teachers don't care I know you see I am here for 15 years I worked in Tata Institute Bombay and other different parts and now I come to Gulbarga University even after 15 years people don't care वो केयर नहीं करते तो हम भी थोड़ा केयर करना पड़ेगा then only things will work out. Don't worry, madam, whoever asked question. This is a universal truth. Everyone knows it. Slowly chalega. Slowly it will go on improvement and you will be
Yes,
recognized.
sir. So this is last question. So we have so much questions received in chat, so and it's not possible to answer all the questions due to time constraint. If you allow me, I will compile all the questions and send it to you.
My pleasure, madam. You can send it. I will reply all the questions. Okay.
Okay. Sir, last question from Pawan Agrawal. In 4.2.2, I have a question about database. We have to mention full text database subscribed in library like AppSco Business Sources, Emerald Management Extra, or indexing database like Scopus Web of Science.
Both. Database means both. It may be full text or abstracting or indexing. You have to mention all the things. Not only that, you mention what are the free databases are available. That also you mention it. Not only subscribe. Okay. You mention both full text, indexed or abstract. You have to mention all the things, both. Okay.
Sir, I have received so many views about you. Means so many participants appreciated you. Sir, only I read one from Anu Gupta. मैम सर को मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत बड़ा वाला धन्यवाद देना.
Oh, thank you, thanks a lot.
आगे लिखा है कि प्लीज मैम देना उनको.
Yeah, madam.
Thank you, Anu Gupta. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anu. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for each and everyone. Yeah.
Okay. Now, after the wonderful and outstanding session, we have to express a vote of thanks. So I request Mahesh Marak to express vote of. Mahesh, are you
Ma'am,
there?
ma'am, may I audible?
Yes, yes,
Before
very
that,
much.
madam,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
before
Please.
Yes, sir.
before that, I want to tell to all my library professionals. You see, normally the value of a librarian comes by the association of the institute. Okay, if a person is working in a bigger institute, you see, then oh, yaar, wo aadmi is very good. If he's working in a remote corner, अरे उसको क्या आता है? See, that sort of tendency is there. That should not be there. And let us, we all librarians are extraordinary, and all can deliver the lectures like this only. And let us be positive and let us do our own work. Let us don't bother what other people say, what faculty says. Okay, do our work sincerity with passion. That's the end of it. Thank you, madam.